The Brogram! Yeah!
Everybody to the Brogram. This is a new show. Let everybody introduce themselves, and you'll see how the show goes down. It's a real man's perspective on how things work out.
Yeah, so my name is Calvin, Knockout King, baby, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, God. I'm Kelvin, Kel, the married one.
Anthony, the elder.
The elder.
I'm Tier,
The short.
The little one.
Super J.
Wow. His
I'm
name
Jude.
Justin.
Come on, man. I'm Jude, Mr. 10 Cents. Right there.
As you can see, this ain't gonna be your regularly scheduled show. This is real live, and we just having fun. We're gonna talk about a few topics out here in the streets and in the neighborhood and professional life. First thing we talk about is a little bit of sports. Every man loves sports. So let's talk about player discipline a little bit. You got your Johnny Manziel signing 1 million autographs, supposedly not getting money. My squad, LSU, got players punch people on camera in the back of the head.
For real?
Everybody getting a half-game suspension, a 1-game suspension. I mean, like, what are they teaching these quote-unquote kids about, like, real-life consequences? Like, what do y'all think about some of these quote-unquote disciplinary actions? Y'all think it's cool? They make money for the schools, so they'll play anyway? Like, what's y'all perspective on what's going down?
Well, if you look at like, go ahead, Justin.
Oh, yeah, well, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, I think it's a lot of these big programs. There's like no structure. There's like no structural discipline. Like you was talking about LSU. You talking about Texas A&M. You got Oklahoma State. Just came out talking about kids was working with no jobs. People was doing their homework. Had girls lined up to have sex with the recruits. And the coaches, and the coaches knew. So it's like, I think people are willing to turn an eye to all of that when winning. It's all about winning. That's all people care about. You win, and here's some money. Go do what you do. Just bring you home a championship.
But you got Mr. Collegiate Athlete. How you feel about it? You gonna cross the line
You
and
get
say
them
that right?
recruiting trips.
Look at me.
You get them
I'm
$100
broke today. I'm
handshakes.
broke, bruh. Broke. No, I agree as well. Like, I mean, if you making big money for these schools and you all over ESPN and you're supposed to be a role model, and they like bypass everything, and like I said, as long as you winning and as long as you produce it and making money for this school, they gonna turn the other cheek. They gonna turn the other cheek if you ever doing anything wrong. And so until somebody really puts it out there on blast, and it's like, oh, well, Manziel doing this and that. You know, he's in the public eye all the time. He's the Heisman winner.
What you
do?
Basically, you talk about a structure. It's not. So the structure is these kids, like you said, kids working for the schools. They bring so much money to these schools, and what benefit do they really get? So
Free education.
they get free education,
Free meals.
but equal where is their work?
But you got okay. So y'all
compensation.
Y'all leading down the topic line of should they get paid or not? My question was straight up.
But
They are
that's part of it.
true, but the part I'm asking about, they're breaking the law.
Mm-hmm.
The regular
Well,
civilian
they're breaking
people,
NCAA regulations.
any body of our laws, they breaking NCAA regulations. But there's like discipline. Johnny Manziel supposedly broke a major rule. He got a half-a-game suspension. Jeremy Hill down at LSU on video, already on probation, on video, punching another student in the back of the head. Assault, went to court, got put on another probationary period, got a game suspension.
But this. So what I'm saying is, it's important that they treat these players as more than just a player, more than just a piece of their puzzle. Because if they were more than just a piece of their puzzle, then they would see them as a human, and they would see them like they need more for what they're getting, because there's no.
Let me say my big
Go ahead,
one.
Super J, what you got?
If I had Johnny football, he playing. I don't care if he sold crack. If he ain't in jail, he in the game. Let's be real. Life ain't fair. Some people got talent that benefits everybody. It sucks, but it's the police job to put him in jail. If I'm the coach, it ain't my job. It's my job to put him in the game. I'm gonna win. We gonna make money. We gonna.
That's not teaching the young men.
When I'm a coach, I teach football. I win games.
That's teaching reckless.
Let the police put him in jail. Let his parents teach him discipline. I'm gonna win the game.
On that note, we're gonna move to the next topic. Point blank, you a high school kid, you're in jail, you on the field on Super J sentence.
if you could play like Johnny football, you in the game.
Also, what if you just like the second string?
You gotta follow the rules. Then you on the second string.
What you bring to the table?
I wanted to talk about on the topic of dating and commitments. I want to talk about the different levels of commitment. You know what I mean? Because nowadays there seems to be some confusion in our society about what should constitute a commitment. You know.
What's the question, brother?
The question that I pose to y'all is, in what situation do you feel inclined to be committed to a girl? Like at what point? Like from the time you first meet her, get her number, all the way up until, I don't know,
Let's
years
start with
later.
the best
Whatever
answer.
it is.
Marriage man, what you got? When do you feel inclined to be committed?
No, honestly, like, I mean,
Spit it out.
I guess when did the fork in the road go where you said, okay, this one is going to marriage. This is not no BS. This one is going this way.
That's you gotta
Let's hear from the marriage man.
Let's hear from
I
the
mean, it's different things. But I've been in past relationships and stuff like that, and you just gotta have that connection with a person. Like when you can be yourself around them and they get along. It's different factors that I look at. You know, if you get along with your family members, you get along with their family. You guys can be yourselves around each other. You know, and have fun and do whatever. And then you can see those qualities. Maybe that in your mother or whatever. You know, that you see. Okay, well, this girl here, you know, she has the qualities I see that my mother had, and I can see as a future mother of my children. So you got to put all that in perspective, and then I mean, eventually, then you just end up knowing. Like, I mean,
All right,
But
what you got, man?
So I just want to know. You're asking. You want to know like before meeting the parents and things like that. You want to know like it starts off with intention.
He wants to
he
know
said-
what gets her to the next level back.
He said something key in there. He talked about the bond that y'all have and how y'all get along with each other and how tight y'all are. That's important because what I've been noticing in recent trends is that people have sex and then someone, usually the girl, she wants to feel justified in the fact that she's having sex with this guy on a regular basis. So she started feeling like, I need some type of title. I need to know that this is going
That's just
somewhere.
today, but then I'll jump in there. That's today's society. If you look back about 40, 50 years, the 50s and 60s, it was reversed. You had to meet somebody, go on a date with them for 3 or 4 times before you even got to like
years.
quote unquote first base. You had to meet their parents. Like there was a courting period. Like there was dating. And we got a fast-paced society where everybody wants everything right now. So what it is there's no getting to know somebody. It's like, oh, I like her. She look good. Oh, he look good. Let's do this. And then instead of like getting to the period of I get to know her, we on an intimate level
first, and then they
That's
try to
fair.
figure it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
yeah.
You meet her the first night,
It's
and
like
you
it was good enough for us to stay another week. I'll keep her around. You know what? She ain't getting on my nerves
But
too
see,
bad.
So
I'll keep her around.
intentions are everything. Because people don't have the intention for a relationship, for something serious. Usually the intention
People say
is just to
People
have
say
sex.
that's what they want, but that's the
But
first
really the
objective.
intention is just to have sex. And if you have a certain intention but you act a different way,
True.
then that's how that's how you be treated. So if a girl says, "Oh, I want a relationship," but that's not what she shows a guy, and then he's
Why
not
he gonna think it?
exactly.
I don't care if I have sex with someone on the first day or the 1000th day. If I like her, we're going to continue on. But I don't want to feel pressured like, okay, we done hung out 3 days this week. We go together now. Like,
That's an individual mentality.
Yeah,
That's for everybody.
Okay, we giving our individual...
Mr. 10 Cent. Come on, Mr. 10 Cent. What you got? Parse some wisdom on us.
Wisdom. We got none of that. The way I feel about it is kind of what Justin said. Mr. J, Super J, whatever you want to be today.
Whatever you want to be today.
I mean, I don't remember. But same. Come on, man, chill out. like the same way he said it. I mean, it happens. Like you like that person from the get go, and it's gonna keep building from there. I mean, it could be like with me. I could like you one day and not like you the next, just because I don't want to be pressured. You know what I mean? Like we could go do our thing first night, second night, 2 weeks. But then, like, if I tell you, I'm going to tell you from the get-go how I feel. If I want to be with you, I think I want to. If I think I like you or not. But if you go against that and you start pressuring me to other things, you go into the back corner. You go into the darkness. I'm going to forget about you.
Go ahead.
You can keep texting me, calling me. I'm going to keep it short with you. You get the point. That's just how I feel.
I think that's a big factor in it, what you just said, communication. Because from the beginning, I want to just make it sound like it's just women, so we'll go both ways on this one. The women hear one thing, but the guy, a lot of times guys will say, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm in it for right now. I'm just trying to be cool, see what happens. Women will go, oh, okay, I hear that. Yeah, I'm down with that. And her back of her mind, she feels something different. So I think communication is a big key. If everybody's just honest with each other and what they want up front, they move on from there. The next topic, let's keep it rolling.
All right.
Let's get political.
All right, so we got this big deal going on with Syria, whether the United States should act in this situation or not. And so one thing that I thought about, it's obviously a big deal right now, but I'm reminded of a time where one of my grandparents actually told me that I should never join the military because the military is not for black people. The country doesn't work for us. So what do you guys think? I know we got two guys that are in the military, but
10 cents.
The 10 cent go wise on his mind.
I just want to say, we talking about Syria, not Siri.
Hey, that new iPhone 5 did just come out. 5S.
SYRIA.
Syria.
Scissor.
I can't do it.
All right.
So you want to know our perspective on being in the military?
Yeah, like I mean,
Black
as far as
Okay.
being in the military, and would you recommend that to another black male?
I was also told by my grandparents, don't go to the military, it ain't for you, this and that. You gotta remember, our grandparents experienced some extreme racism. I mean, we still experience it nowadays, but not like they saw it. I mean, this country was really against them. So growing up, I was never going to be in it, but I got to a point where I had to look at what was best for me, the benefits. You have to make your own decision, and the thing is this. I know this country might not have been built for us or set up or intended to benefit us, but we here now, and we helped build it, so we got to kind of claim it and join in the program. Otherwise, you can't complain when you're left out by the politicians or left out by the system, and they don't care about you because you excluded yourself and said this ain't my country.
Right.
So I say do what's best for you. That's my goal. I say don't feel no loyalty to your race, because when you broke, black people ain't gonna stop and throw you no money on the side of the road. Don't feel no loyalty. Do it just for your country. Same thing. Americans, whatever. Do what works for you. Go according to what you believe. So
my take is a little bit different. Today's September 11th for everybody to be a week behind, but today's September 11th. With that being said, I joined 12 years ago before September 11th happened, like a few months before it happened. I was in training when the events went on, so I've been in the military throughout all this Iraq war, Afghanistan war, now we're on the Syria war, the iPhone war, and so my perspective is different. Like Justin said, it's a personal thing. I never had a family member tell me don't do it. I had an uncle who was in the Air Force, so I saw what it did for him. He loved it, swore by it. He never pushed me into it. Me personally, I never thought I'd be in the military. My master plan had a whole different pathway. But when things happened, I had to find out what was my option. My best option for me to get where I wanted to get down the road was to join the military. And in that instance, I'll tell anybody this, I won't tell you, I most tell people don't join the military. If you have a better option, this should be like a last resort, like I can't get anything else done. Me personally, when I joined, it was for a reason, to get money to finish school, because I couldn't pay for it myself. And I needed a little bit of self-discipline. So everybody who joins for different reasons. Somebody's patriotic and yeah, I'm a country boy, I'm redneck, I want to kill everybody in sight. Free will to kill people. Then they get stuck behind a desk, they think they're getting that job. Some people come in because they just want to be independent and have some options. People just want to wait it out, they don't go to college, they just want to go in. So whatever your reason is, it doesn't matter what your race is. But once you get in, like he said, America's America. It's a land of free, land of opportunity. You make your own. There's people that we work with that's in our jobs who sit on their butt, go to work, collect a check. That's their lifestyle. There's other people who go get it. I went in with a go-getter mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I went in and I was like, what they're gonna, no matter what you do, the military, whatever branch you in, is gonna get whatever they need to get out of you. We're active duty. It's 24/7, 365. They called me right down the middle of the show, and I had to go in. I can't be like, hey man, I'm filming something. No, we need you to come on in. All right.
It's the program.
But it's the first, no? All right. So that's how that worked. But I was like, how am I going to get my own stuff back? So I'm pimping the system. For everything they got to me, I'm going to get something out of them. They worked the dog crap out of me. Guess what? I done pimped them for 2 associate's degrees and a bachelor's degree. And when somebody finally decides to accept my application, I'm going to get a master's degree. All on the government's dime. I done been to countries I never thought I would go to. I had experiences I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be able to experience. That's just all through the military. And on the flip side, with the war thing you're talking about going on, I'm about to go somewhere near, I can't talk, somewhere near in that area. So yeah, I'm kind of watching and listening because it's going to personally affect me. I just think that the government, as a military member, as an American period, I think that the United States stick their nose in a bunch of business that ain't got to do with us. So I always feel that, I always had the mindset before and after I joined that the United States has a lot of problems at home we don't take care of. We're always trying to clean the house everywhere else. And you want to say something before we got here?
I was just about to touch on that. There's
Yeah,
always going to be.
Yeah.
There's always going to be something around the world where we could help, where we feel like we should step in. But like you said, Ant, like we have to take care of ourselves first. We spend so much money, it seems like, on foreign affairs when you still got kids without education, kids that go hungry, people that ain't got no jobs, people losing their houses, stuff like that. So that's all I was just going to say. We ain't going.
And I was gonna say, like, I agree with that. As far as you guys saying, like, you know, just being in everybody's business, like, oh, we think that this should change over here, we think that that should change over here, and I do not agree with it. But something like chemical weapons, you know, odorless, you know,
But I want you to keep this in mind as a person who has been to some of these places that we are battling against. Understand what the president and Congress is saying. Understand that we're trying to be big brother and keep the world peace, right? America don't never do nothing that ain't got American interest in it.
I got it.
So we have never, you can go Google, Wikipedia, whatever. Anywhere that America's at right now, we ain't never been nowhere that we ain't left. Korean War is like 60 years ago. Still in Korea. Go ahead, Justin.
I just want to say, I know it does seem like America military, we butting in people's business and helping them when we got problems here. Like he said, it's about interest. We ain't going over there to help them. We going over there to make sure we know what's going on over there, so these people don't eventually rise up one day and beat us. You know, because
it only take one idiot to press a button, and then World War III to pop off.
I agree that we do need to take care of ourselves more, but we also need to make sure that we still have a country tomorrow. And I think that people who grow up here, they don't see that. They only see the life around them. They don't know that it's people who spend 24/7 trying to figure out how their country can, or their organization can come up in the world. And the only way to do it is violence. They can't compete with us economically, so they got to shoot a missile. They got to do something. That's their only come up.
We're going to get out of this topic on this note. These are the views of me and Justin. These are not the views of the United States military.
Of anyone else.
These are our own personal views, so supervisor don't call me and talk about, I see this on you. Nah. But on the flip side of that, from people being in the military, everybody else to take heed to this. We do our job so everybody here can just do whatever they want to do. So everybody that's mad, the military going to fight, Iraq and going to fight this, you have your right to feel that way. Cool. But we're saying take care of home first. We taking care everywhere else, so y'all can take care of home. So while we all taking care of somewhere else, everybody need to get their stuff together and take care of home, and then we won't have these problems. And they be like, oh, I want to go to Korea and shut stuff down. You gotta be like, oh, we broke. Well, America take care of America. Let the troops take care of everybody else. So we're gonna move on to the side convo over here. Music Man, what's up? What's coming out this week? What we talking about?
Well, 2 Chainz's new album drops on Tuesday, based on a true story 2.
That's a cowbell.
2 Chainz phone bracelets.
I got 3. But yeah, that came out. You know, Lil Wayne just dropped the Dedication 5 mixtape a couple weeks ago, or last week, I believe. And then you got Drake's third solo album that comes out at the end of the month. And you know, prior conversations we had is just kind of like, who do you feel, not necessarily who is the best MC lyrically, but who do you think the most influential artist in hip hop is today?
Miley Cyrus.
Twerk, Molly.
We'll get to that one in a second. Let the music guy answer that. Cause I want to. He is so heated about this. I want to get him
When
first
you say
chance
who,
to say
you say
something.
who is the most influential?
Yeah, like who do you think like
Better or for worse? Just answer
Both,
good or
yeah,
bad. For
influential.
you.
Better
For
or
you.
for worse?
For you.
Because before I said that, like I listened to 2 Chainz album,
Right.
and it's
Fire.
a lot of the same thing. No, it's not.
Fire.
I mean, like there's a couple good club tracks,
You hooked on
but it's like,
Phonics?
you know, it's if I never heard it, I didn't miss anything. You know,
Shout out to
I
Gucci
actually like Lil Wayne's Dedication 5. Like he kind of went back to
Is
the
that because of
old.
your roommate?
No,
Who's a Lil Wayne stan? No?
That's
Shout-
me.
Shout out to Jay Nesbitt, baby. We see you, J5.
Dedication 5, he actually kind of tapped into some of that old Wayne. I mean, there's still some tracks you're like, alright, that's new Lil Wayne, but there's some other tracks where you're like, alright, man, I hear what you're saying, so.
I hear you, Lil Weezy.
I hear you, Lil Weezy.
What you got?
Okay. Well, there's 2 different people that have the largest influence. As far as the rappers, I think Jay-Z has had the most influence on other rappers.
And I hate it.
Because when Biggie and Pac died, he emerged as, okay, now I'm the best, and blah, blah, blah. And so everybody kind of tried to follow in his footsteps. However, Jay-Z openly admitted that despite having lyrical talent, he dumbed down his lyrics to sell more records. He said this in his lyrics. And when he said that, he pretty much justified not rapping your best to sell more. He said this is the best, the person who's on the highest pedestal, saying that I don't try my best, I just do what's cool and I sell records. After he said that, it was all downhill from there. Now we got the Jeezys and all this talking about I ain't no rapper, I'm a trapper, and this and that.
It rhymes.
Then after, yeah, well that's the only thing that rhymes.
Jeezy.
After that, you know,
Jeezy
after,
has his own style, man. He repeats himself.
he can't rap. Anyway, after
Wake
Jay-Z's
up in the morning, I'm
campaign,
still here.
the-
Wake up in the morning, I ain't gone.
Let him do it.
so after Jay-Z's large campaign, the next large campaign was Lil Wayne. He was the next one to be like, okay, now I'm the best since Jay-Z retired. And he did the same thing. He proved that he had the talent to be the best, and then he just stopped caring about being lyrically the best. And just let
Best
me
rapper
put
is
out,
Eli Porter.
YouTube. He was like, let me just put
I'm the
out
best,
whatever
man.
he's going to sell. And then he went on to sell crazy numbers. And so now everybody coming in the game is trying to imitate Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne to me don't even seem like he's trying to be a rapper. I mean, he wants to be a singer, a rock and roller,
Hey, he
a
just
freaking
trying-
tattoo
but think about that,
That's his
exhibitionist,
artistic. That's his artistic.
And check
a
this out,
woman.
like he's been out.
a woman, a freaking cross-dresser, a
Or
skateboarder,
jeggings.
everything but a rapper, everything but an MC.
But
But
if
what
you've been out,
defines
if
a
you've been
rapper?
out for 15, 20 years, don't you think you should try to change up your style a little bit?
That's the one thing. The one thing you
No,
don't
I'm
change.
just throwing it out there. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just
The
throwing
one thing
it
you
out
don't
there.
change is the pride in your craft and
True.
doing the best you can
True.
lyrically.
All
You
right.
can change whatever else,
I'll be
but
Mr.
don't
Rebuttal.
lose that.
Mr. Rebuttal on the flip side, if you look at all these rappers are quote unquote artists, right? Singers, artists, movie stars, artists, right?
Artists.
Once you look at the bars, once you look at the word artist and the definition, I don't have it, I ain't trying to be scholarly right now. I'm just saying, look at the flip side, look at, you know, Google it, Siri. What is Syria?
Syria.
War.
Look at all your highest paid actors. They do all these little dumb roles,
Will
cheesy
Smith.
movies, whatever, until they get to a certain plateau. They're like, I didn't reach this pedestal. I can do whatever I want to do. Then they go off and do some movie where it's just him in a room for 2 hours, and you go see it because it's just him, and he promoted it.
That removed?
No, but I'm sure it's coming out.
No.
It's called Iron Man 5. Me by my damn self.
Okay.
There's no Avengers. But I'm just saying though, that's what you get with the musical either Q, okay. The musical influences. He got to a certain level where he's like, I didn't hit this plateau. I didn't got to a peak rock and do whatever I feel artistically. Let me try rock. Let me try whatever. he just trying to branch out. I'm not promoting him. I'm
But
just saying that's
to
what
make
he
your
said.
best music ever, like sometimes if you're making your best music ever, you don't have an album for 8 years. Look at a Maxwell. Like
He was strung out.
he'll take breaks for.
He had to. Nobody wanted him with D'Angelo. When he come back, he's in jail.
Nah,
What?
that's a good point.
Maxwell?
That's true.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I ain't say I didn't like Maxwell. I'm just saying.
Hey, Maxwell had
You're right.
hits
So,
on that
so, what,
level
so
basketball.
what you're saying is people that put out albums every year, every other year, it's not their best work. They're just putting out material
To make money.
That's
Right.
not always
To
true.
make money. To make name somebody who can put out an album every year, every 2 years, and it's always a good album. Even T.I., he came out 2006.
He's put out albums
I knew
every
this was
year.
gonna happen.
What? No, I'm
So
saying.
It's gonna be a T.I. conversation.
Right, 2006 was great.
Nobody said nothing.
T.I.
about
versus T.I.P.
It was gonna find its way in the combo.
Right, exactly my point. Paper Trail was a little bit better.
Yeah.
No Mercy, I ain't even bother buying.
So you saying there's no way an artist could have a back-to-back album that they both be good?
Not every year.
Gucci.
Unless
Ooh, can we talk? I want to talk.
unless you talking about some sort of singer who is
Let's
buying their music from somebody and they're getting the songs and they're like, well, you sing this. This is the song that we want you to sing, or this is the album that we're gonna put together for you.
So you're saying in order for an artist to be true to themselves, they have to have some kind of gap in between.
Well, here's the thing: they're making music
Detox.
so rapidly because they're trying to keep the people's attention.
Right.
Okay, what
Right.
about
It's more about keeping people's attention now than it is about making
Right.
great music.
what about the Detox album?
People just trying to
So,
strike
so,
while the iron's
okay,
hot.
let's go around the room. Let's
That's
go
what
around the
that's
room. Let's go around the room and ask everybody. Juice, starting with you. Who do you think, like, hands down, is the best rapper out right now? And now we're not talking about record sales, how many times they on TV, downloads. We just talking about, in your opinion, who you think the best rapper out is right now?
Right now today.
Right
I
now
mean,
today.
honestly, I'm not even looking at sales. I'm not looking at none of that stuff. Juvenile will always be my favorite rapper.
Juve!
Just because of where I'm from and how I feel about what he say, I know it's true. I know about him, and that's my.
Juvie is real. Juvie is real.
I say I'm the best. Super J, Super J A Y. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
It's not my real name, by the way. But I don't know. I don't think nobody is the best writer. I guess I would give it to Kendrick, not because I'm a huge fan of his. I don't even have his album, but at least I feel like I get the vibe from him that he's trying to be the best, as opposed to just trying to keep people's attention. So by default, I'm gonna give it to him. But really, everybody nowadays sucks, and we should bring Tupac back to life. I'd rather watch his hologram.
Holograms.
I'd rather watch his hologram than see these guys with the tight jeans on.
Here,
Next.
best artist out.
J. Cole.
Hey.
Change his life.
See, J. Cole's so boring, you ain't even got nothing to say about him.
Let that man have
Hold
a
on. J. Cole, hold on.
Let him have his opinion.
Hey, nice. It's
Born
just like
Sinner?
J. Cole. Okay.
No. Born Sinner. And I said the same thing about his previous work, but Born Sinner is just, everything is
I think
relatable.
Born Center, he was trying to prove himself.
Everything is relatable, and he did. He proved himself.
Yeah,
It was a
exactly.
great album, and he didn't even need a billion features like a lot of these other artists that's out.
Even I got a crooked smile.
I'll be super controversial guy here and say, yay. I'm a person who I like lyrics. I'm a lyrical kind of person, so everybody with all their 8,000 features.
honestly, on
Today, though,
I'm saying today, this is why I'm gonna say yay. I like his lyrics. I like his production on his own music, and I'm gonna say even with the last album that came out, because no matter what he going through, that's what he gonna put out. So when he at his lowest point, you get 808s and heartbreaks, but it was still a decent album. Everybody got their own ear and what they want to hear and what they listen to. So I respect him enough as an artist when he's going through where he want to branch out and do all this weird, crazy stuff right now.
You get past his
You
beats
really gotta
on
go
that
with it.
last album,
Listen to
he's
the
still-
words.
Yeah, his lyrics
Listen to the
are still
lyrics.
pretty tight. You gotta get past the beats and the production, but
And
he
some
was
of the videos.
His lyrics are pretty tight on that.
But he faked
why
a
you
$4
wanna,
bill.
but why you
Next.
want to distract us with this music
That's what's in his head, bro.
or this noise?
That's what's in his head.
I'm going Montana. No, not French Montana. Actually, I agree with Justin right now. Just from what, from what I've seen, I would probably go with Kendrick Lamar as well. Just from just the passion I see. That's the kind of passion I want that
Let him sell.
once the hip hop needs to go. Like he said, he got everybody on edge with that control verse and things like that, where he wants to bring real hip hop back and real lyrics and you know things like that, and get out of that bubblegum. You know, I'm just here to sell records type stuff, and not bringing your A game. So right now, just from what he puts out, it's typically quality, you know, music. So right now, that's what I got.
I thought you were gonna say Nick Cannon.
I'm still rolling with J. Cole.
Nick Cannon. Who said that?
Okay.
The lookalike.
Oh, I'm about to say.
All right, who you got?
Super
Lil
Shocking.
Wayne.
Something shocking.
Like I don't know if y'all heard of him or not. Freddie Gibbs. That's probably like my favorite rapper.
He played for the Redskins.
Can I do my left one?
What do you go like that? Have you listened to Freddie Gibbs? You haven't.
Yes, I have. I heard him in the car when I was riding with Chris one day.
Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is not garbage.
And we know Chris only listens to ratchet music.
Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs.
Okay.
Freddie Gibbs
Tycoon.
is a gangster rapper, but he has good lyrics. Has a good delivery. He's a good MC. Like that's just how I feel.
Let's just not make fun
I
of
think I
guy.
heard one of his
He
songs.
looks Would you expect the Ice Cube looking dude to say anything that wasn't a gangster rapper? Let's just be honest. Come on, D.
Hey, really?
Who
Let's
was
talk about that.
Who was the guy Freddie from the band?
Where did he go?
Who Freddie from the band?
Freddie
Where's
from the
the man at?
The band.
Freddie Gibbs, one of the best MCs out.
What about Babs? You told me you didn't like Babs?
So, we have some ladies around the room, so we're going to take this to this is where we put in some mystical, Barry White type of music, and let the ladies ask the fellas a question. So we have some audience members here. We're going to let them come up with a question.
Everybody
Ladies.
in the audience
Ladies.
Ladies.
What kind of question y'all got for the fellas? You
Is
ask
it
me
about
what?
the topics that y'all
No, whatever comes to
Anything.
mind. What you want to ask a man?
You
right
can ask
now?
a man.
I want to know.
Ooh.
I hate you.
Get it, Terrio! Get it, Terrio! Ooh. Ooh. Killer buckets.
What you got?
Okay.
Come on.
So when you guys were talking about commitment, I'm big on relationships. I love relationships. So I do. Like, no, I'm talking about people in
No, I
general.
got-
Like, I love that.
collect them?
Gotta catch him on. Gotta catch him on.
Let her talk.
No, but seriously, you guys were all of y'all came up with the not necessarily topic, but the word pressure. So basically, you don't want to feel.
Exactly.
So basically, what you're saying is don't pressure you, because from how I see it with men, it's just like y'all have to do one thing at a time. Y'all can't do it everything at once like a woman can. Like,
But don't you think that it takes some time?
Todd, can I finish?
She's right.
No, I'm not calling you guys stupid. That's how y'all work.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying,
What's the question?
Let me finish.
from hanging around y'all boyfriends, stuff like that, y'all can't do.
What y'all got a boyfriend?
She talking about her own
Y'all talking about
boyfriend.
me.
Nobody got that.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Y'all been drinking.
y'all can't do like everything at the same time. Like, y'all can't. Yes.
But like, why would you want to rush into it though? Like,
That's not what she's
Well, that's
saying.
not what I'm asking.
Let her finish.
I'm just asking. So you guys don't want to feel pressure when it comes to commitment. You guys want to wait to see what she about.
Well, it's
What
not-
she
But
gonna
But you
say.
don't want to wait to have sex.
Exactly.
oh, you didn't say sex. That's
No, y'all didn't let me finish.
Go ahead. What's the actual
It's a
question?
woman's question.
What's the actual question?
So y'all said pressure, like she said, y'all can't wait to have sex, but y'all can wait to be committed.
Is that the question?
That is.
I can wait for all of it. But that's where you talk about your intentions and you talk about laying that stuff out there.
Now, if she comes at you with good intentions, talking about, I don't want to have sex with you until later, are you gonna get pissed off?
No, I don't.
Let me be honest.
Yes,
I'm just
I'm
no,
gonna be
I'm
honest,
just
guys.
asking.
All right.
so we're not.
When I'm in that kind of mindset, if she tell me up front,
Did you raise your hand?
I did.
No.
If she comes up with that kind of mindset
Ooh.
and she present it to
We
me,
need to talk.
I have no choice but to respect her wishes if I respect her. Now, if she gonna tell me that, but I know she didn't been a little bit of, promiscuous.
Now
with other
wait.
people. Let me
What if
finish.
she turned
Let me
the
finish.
head though? No,
Let me
because
finish. All right, let me finish. Why I gotta be the lead turn, dude? Why I gotta wait till my turn to be the lead turn? Anyway,
Exactly.
anyway, that's the point. This is my point though. To answer your question, if she comes to me with some respect and she says that that's how she's feeling the situation right now, that's what she want to do, fine then. If I'm truly interested in her and she gives me a reason to stick around, then I'm more than welcome to wait until the time is right for both parties or whatever. But you're gonna have to go above and beyond. Not saying like sex is the number one thing, but if
You have that history.
if we have a connection, that connection is cool. Let's work with that. When it comes down to it, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. But don't say that one thing, but you act in a different way when we're around each other.
Right.
Don't lead me on.
And when when I'm talking about pressure, like from what you talking about, if I'm in a situation with a girl and I tell her, well, I wanna take it slow, or I don't really know that I want to be in a committed relationship right now, then if I say that, and that's if I say that to her, and that's the way I feel, then I expect her to respect that. And like you said, if this is what I say, if I lay something out, that is what I'm going to expect to happen. I do not want to be pressured. I do not want, well, you come on, and that's what I've had in the past.
just to piggyback on Tierra.
Pause.
I know. I was waiting for y'all to say. But just to piggyback off of what
You asked the question, do we all get to answer, or is this like a conversation now? I thought you posed the
I
question
thought
and
it
y'all
was
answered.
just a conversation, like, okay, go
All right,
ahead and
no.
answer. They ain't just to get off me.
I want to address the pressure part.
about commitment.
I
Go
want to
ahead.
answer the pressure part. The reason why it feels like pressure in a lot of situations is when you feel like, because I want to be heard.
Give him the floor.
Okay, cool. Anyway,
Hey man, for real.
Let him talk.
the reason why it feels like pressure is when you feel like you haven't seen the whole spectrum of her, and then she wants like a title. What I'm saying is, we can, like they said, you can wait to have sex. I've dated girls where the sex didn't even come up the first, I don't know how long. Like, you just didn't even think about that. You was having such a good time.
That was the volume.
Whatever, let me turn up. There are women out there to where you can have a good time hanging with them and you don't have to have sex. However, if you're gonna take sex out the picture, you have to replace that with something fun, great personality. We got to be doing something. But you can't just be sitting there like a bump on a log and expect a man to just carry the whole thing and expect it not to lead to sex, the thing we think about every minute of the day.
Right.
So,
okay. I get what you're saying.
In other words,
Hey,
your
whatever,
vagina,
turn up.
turn up.
Whatever you want to say. Whatever you about to say, turn up.
I ain't got nothing to say no more. I had my hand first. Anybody else?
Can I ask one more question?
Directly to you.
Can I answer it?
You act like you didn't want to answer.
Ask
Let
it directly
everybody else
to
answer
you.
the
Go
question.
ahead.
I don't want to
Julius.
answer.
Can you answer the
now
question?
he got first.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. 10 Cent.
The new question.
The new question?
Yeah.
Turn up.
He got first on the next question.
Wait, let
Go
me see
ahead,
what it
man.
is first.
Ask the next question.
Let me see what it is first.
Okay. Because sex is cool with girls and guys, so. If a girl, no. Listen. If,
Kill you a lie.
no, let me, you didn't let me.
If I don't like
Go ahead, just go ahead.
If I don't like the question, put my hand down. That's all.
Okay. What if, like,
Why you
y'all,
rubbing your belly?
it's a habit. Okay.
Go ahead.
What about the other guy?
Ask the question.
Forget that question. Okay. I know y'all gonna take it there. Say if she brung you around her family and your her family did not like you. It wasn't because of you, but past relationships. So they're waiting to see, is he gonna mess up or is he gonna really do?
I'm not with the family.
What's the question?
Well, how do
I'm
you react?
asking
Do you
if she
stick
broke.
around?
How would you feel about that? Would you base your relationship off of that? Like, oh, her family doesn't like me, so I'm not gonna marry her.
Mr. 10 Cent, what you got?
Not with her family.
I mean, family wise, like I feel personally, I don't care. Yes. had to catch myself. Pause.
I
I don't give two of those either. But you know, it's more of how she feel. I mean, if she gonna let that take over what we have going, if she's gonna let her family dictate what happened between us, then basically she's not worth it. She shouldn't. I'm not gonna waste my time with that. But if she feel like she can overcome what her family's saying and let that go out the other ear, and if she's happy with me, then she's happy with me. I mean, she have to move on and make your own life at some point.
You sound intelligent.
Well, I agree with him. I agree with him. I also want to say, hopefully by the time she bring me around her family, she's already made her decision on me. And this is just her going on with her life and me being around. So if she bring me around her family, she hadn't made a decision yet. She depending on them, that we already in trouble. Like, she taking third party opinions on what she gonna do. I need her to be grown, make her decision. If we decide to be together, ain't nothing they can do about it. They just gonna have to accept me in the family eventually, and they gonna love their grandkids. So,
Do you have something to say on that subject, sir?
No, I'm not dating her
Pat on
family.
the back.
I would just like to add,
If her family don't care about me, then it don't matter. Turn it up. All the way.
I think that may be, what you got? You got something?
Really, I mean, really, with the family, like,
Honestly, if you
Let me go while you think about it. Let me go while you think
more
about
along the
it.
lines, like you said, her family is basing your relationship off of like her past relationship and stuff like that. So they already like prejudging you.
Right.
But at the same time, but the thing is, I feel like if you guys are in a good relationship and before you even meet the family, if the girl has a positive vibe off you, the family should kind of feed off of that as well.
And if they don't,
I don't know where to go with that.
still gonna eat they food.
so you always be with her?
Romeo and Juliet.
Hot sex.
I'm gonna just co-sign with Justin. By the time like where I'm coming around the family and it's holidays or it's special events, hopefully we've already had our relationship long enough where she knows what type of guy I am, so she shouldn't care what her family thinks. She knows like I'm not gonna hurt her, do her wrong, so it should make it that much easier to get over the family things.
Who could say no to that face?
I don't have
Hey,
no
you should put John B in the background on that
Because your
part.
in-laws love you.
yeah, because you know this.
Yeah, that's my wife on the cameras right there, y'all. And she said my in-laws love me. I ain't had that problem.
Cool.
Because he an athlete. He was out there, hey, go play catch.
Get that Johnny Manziel.
I got nothing.
Johnny
Well, that wraps up the first episode of Brogram. We just want to say, appreciate everybody watching. Click the like button, views. I don't even know what we put this on, but whatever it is, put some comments down below. Let us know how we make the show better. Any of the topics we talked about, by all means, please weigh in and
Hook 'em
say,
horns.
ignore these dudes to the left.
We're not in Omaha, by the way.
At all. Nobody's in Nebraska, not even 6 black dudes.
We in Houston, baby.
Psych!
Or New York.
Or New
Take
York.
your pick. But you can reach us on Twitter at Thebrogram6. That's TheBrogram, the number 6. At Thebrogram6.
The program.
Email us at Thebrogram6. Search for us on Instagram at Brogram.
Sure.
So Facebook, The Brogram. We everywhere.
No, we
We'll see y'all next week.
We out here, baby. Appreciate it. Go
Take us
get it.
home. Take us home with the program song. Go ahead.
Hey, shout out. I got this song for you. My mama wants you to sing this song.
The program. In the morning, in the evening, on Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday.
Dead.